High, up there, down over here, everywhere. You know, they say never meet your heroes. So that's why I met Henning Pauly and Mark Mancina, just to keep in line with that rule of life. If you don't know them, Henning is a guy that likes to wear bear shirts, and Mark is a guy that does these little musical things for movies. So I think I'm being a little bit humble. They're more than that, but you know, just to give you a little idea. And the reason I mention them at all is because they're the inspiration for my new obsession with connecting every amplifier everywhere all at once. You know, just like that movie that had the guy from Goonies and Indiana Jones, but he was an adult. Short Round, but he's adult version. It's like that, connecting everything. I don't know what that means. I'm going to show you some stuff, but a huge thanks first to naudio for sending me 8x7 cabinet switcher. Did I get that right? 8x7 amp cabinet switcher. Sorry, 8x7, 56. See, I did multiplication tables in grade school. And it's all hard-coded in the melon. Kids today can't do that. They need a calculator. They're like, what's a calculator? Never mind. Yeah, so it's over there. We're going to go over to it in a second. It's part of my rig. It's an amp switcher, and they sent it over. I get to keep it. It's part of my studio, and it's good news and bad news. The good news is it's amazing. The bad news is it's going to make me want more stuff. So we're going to highlight all the features. Going to plug it in, and well, it is plugged in. I'm just saying stuff. I don't know. What is a switcher? First of all, you're like, what does that even mean? I don't even know what a switcher is. Is that a person that does things? They plug little things in? No. It's a device to make things easier because, you know, people are lazy. So anything to make things easier is more gooder. So say I have a number of amplifiers, guitar amplifiers. In my case, I've got 4. And rather than unplugging them and plugging them in to, to hear them, and you want to have them all plugged in at the same time and then just using a little button to switch between them, that's what you're doing with a switcher. So it's having availability of all your gear with the click of a button. And we're talking about high-powered amps. So there's some switching technology in there that's able to manage power. I know nothing about that stuff. So I'm glad there's experts like naudio that can do this kind of stuff. So this is the 8x7 model. There's also a 4x4 model. That's, so I didn't even say what that is. That's 8 amps, 7 cabinets, which is insane. I have 1 cabinet. I have 4 amps. So if you wanted a smaller version, the 4x4, 4 cabinets, 4 amps, there's also that. Let's talk about features and specs. I'm just going to read it straight from the site. I'll bring it up on screen so you can have a look with me as well. Why memorize this stuff? Why make mistakes? It's all clearly listed. So supports up to this is important, right? I said amps, but I wasn't clear about that. What kind of amps? Supports up to 8 tube, solid state, or bridge floating ground guitar amps or combos. Supports up to 7 speaker cabinets. MIDI powered effects loop extension, switchable master power attenuator, insert, and silent recording capabilities. Works with Fryette, works with the Universal Audio Aux, which is what I have, and I've got that plugged in. Boss Waza, tube amp expander, or any active or passive power attenuator. I'll explain that in a second. Front and rear guitar inputs. I'm using the front, plus a passive tuner output for added convenience. Can drive up to 3 cabs in parallel simultaneously. Hardware dummy loads and software protection for all amps to ensure equipment safety. Quick and easy MIDI controls, programming for versatility in the studio or on stage. It's got a Windows and an iOS remote control software, and Mac OS. I don't know, I checked out the Mac OS, not sure about iOS, maybe that's a typo. And physically it's a 19-inch 1U rack mount. I've just got it up on the shelf. I don't have it rack mounted, it's sitting on a thing. I put Velcro underneath so it doesn't slide around. Designed and built in Bulgaria. Lifetime warranty, no active buffers through the signal path, and there's more specs and stuff if you want to go over to the website and take a look. Let's go over and have a look right now. I'm going to grab you, and we're going to flip you around. So here it is. It's right here. This is the input right here for the guitar. So here is the process that you do when you've got it all connected. So I have everything connected. First of all, let's just go over what I have. I've got 4 amps, tube amp heads, right? This is a Victory VC35. It's going into input 1. Then we've got a TWS Tube Workshop 2864S. That's going into input 2. I've got a Rev G50 going into input 3. And then a PRS Archon 50 going into input 4. And then my only cab down here is a Rev cabinet loaded with Celestion Creamback. So that's going into cabinet 1. So when I power it on, we're going to see here in a second, I don't have my guitar plugged in. So you can see I can't choose any other options. It's detected I've got 1 cabinet, and these are ready to go. I don't have them powered on right now, but I can do that right now. Let's just do that. Okay, let that warm up. Standby. This one also has a standby. That one doesn't have a standby. There we go. They're all powered up. Give them a second to warm up. So that one's ready to go because it doesn't have a standby. That's the PRS down there. And you can see it's just like this really satisfying click. And oh, you can actually hear it. Put it to clean channel. We'll leave it like that. Okay, that's 3. And then we got 2, which is the TWS. And then number 1 is there. And you can mute it if you need to. So we're just gonna mute it for now. And that's my setup. Minus, I haven't mentioned this, I've got the power attenuator. So I've got cables running down the floor into the universal aux. So I basically, and then that goes into my Mac. So I have all these amps connected right now into the aux. I could mic that cabinet, or I can go through the aux. Okay, I've got everything plugged in, and we'll just go through the 4 amps that I have. Because say like, for example, you wanted like a jangly, voxy type sound. So I'm on input 1, and I've got this Victory VC35, you know. That's my super extreme playing demo. Thank you. Thank you. There's no crowd clapping. Okay, but then I'm like, no, you know what? That's the UK. I want to go to Germany and experience some German hand wiring, care of Mario from Tube Workshop. So. Thank you. That's my extreme, super professional demo. Okay, and then I'm like, I'm tired of Germany. There's too many germs. That's the name. And then we're going to move on to the next one. We're going to Canada. I'm in Canada. What an idiot. But I want some crazy purple high gain stuff from Rev and my friends at Rev. And oh, I didn't mention the guitar. This is a Valiant Jupiter from Ukraine. We're going all over the world today. UK, Germany, Bulgaria, Canada, Indonesia, through the US, kind of. Ukraine, Canada. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm sick of Canada. Just kidding. I'll never be sick of Canada. Let's go down to Indonesia, number 4. Okay. And there we go. That's my extremely impressive super guitar demo. And the point of that is just to show how easily I can go through them, right? If I had more, like 4 more, stay tuned in the future, there'll be 4 more. We're gonna have 8 amps, and we're gonna do an 8 amp shootout, and I'm gonna get 6 more cabinets. We're gonna do 8 times 7, and we're gonna do all the different combinations. 56 different combinations eventually in one video. Probably never, so don't wait for that. But hey, maybe it'll happen. But look at this thing. Look at this beautiful guitar. Thank you for your attention. So I went over everything, got everything plugged in. Setup is super easy. There's really good instructions that come with it right here. Pretty much foolproof instructions. I'm a fool, and I'm proof that it works. Yeah, it's really good instructions, exactly how to connect everything. There's also a blog on the naudio website that pretty much talks about all the different configurations and setups, and I used it to make sure I was plugging in the aux correctly, because you want to use instrument cables for your guitar, and you want to use speaker cables for the cabinets and the amps, and and instrument cables going out to the amp, or amp to the back. It's all in the diagrams. Anyways, the setup is a lot simpler than I thought it would be, and the good news is everything worked the first time. All the amps worked. This place is going to heat up now because I got 4 tube amps being powered up, and it's going to get warm. So no issues setting it up. It's quiet. That little click is pretty cool. I'm actually, I haven't set it up yet, but I've just ordered a cable. So I've got a MIDI cable to USB, and I'm going to try the software in the future. It's a Mac OS desktop software, so I can switch between the amps. I'm so lazy that when I'm sitting here, I don't have to get up and go over there and click the button, right? It's, you know, it's like having a TV and a remote for the TV. So it's stuff we're used to. It's not that lazy. The system is super quiet. It's super well built. And last time I looked at the price, I think it's like €10.99. So do that conversion to whatever country you're from. For what you're getting and what you're protecting, definitely worth it. Again, huge thanks to naudio for sending it out. And if you have any questions, give me a question in the comments. And if I can't answer it, then I'll charge you $10 and I'll go find the answer. No, give me a question, give me a comment, questions about how it works, and I can't answer it. I'll reach out to naudio and see if they can help out as well. So anyways, huge thanks again to them for sending it out. Really cool. I'm excited to get 4 more amps. What? You can also plug in combo amps, right? You can do your speaker out or line out from the head. There's ways to do things. I haven't done it yet. I'm just saying you don't have to use amp heads. What am I saying? This guy doesn't even know what he's talking about. Look at this guy. I plug wires into things and they don't break because people make stuff like this. I don't have to worry about it. That's the whole point. Anyways, going back to Henning and Mark, check out their channels. I'm going to link them. And I was just joking about them. They're amazing guys. Henning is a great friend. I met Mark at NAMM this year. Really cool guy. And he's got an amazing guitar collection and amp collection. It's insane. So my goal is to beat them. I got to get more stuff than them, and then I win. It's all about, it's not about who's better at guitar. It's about who's got more stuff. And then things in the background behind you, and you can show off and brag. It's the point of life. I learned that this year. As always, if you want to get anything from naudio, I don't have any affiliate links or anything like that. They're just, you buy direct from them in Bulgaria. And yeah, that's going to do it for this video. As always, play guitar and have fun, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.